Ric Flair attacks Eric Bischoff backstage.
Yeah, what the hell?
And this has been discussed a lot over the years. Bischoff has said that Rick was hooting and hollering at him when he was on the phone and raising his voice, and then started throwing quote unquote working punches. And then other people would say, no, it was an actual altercation and a dust up, and Arn Anderson's going to intervene and separate the two. And Vince meets with everybody and says, damn it, we're all going to be on the show tonight. It's business as usual. You can't do this in the building, sort of thing. And there's speculation in the torch that perhaps some of this is boiling over because Rick takes a look around and he sees, wait a minute, Hulk Hogan's got a big time match against Vince McMahon at WrestleMania, and I'm quote unquote just Hunter's manager. This is Bischoff's fault that I'm viewed this way because of what he did to me in WCW.
Wow.
And of course, I think Rick wrote in his book that he had Reed, who was going through the ranks and as an adolescent and struggling at times with how to overcome some of the adversity of being a kid with a high profile dad in athletics. And he felt like, hey man, if I want my son to stand up for himself, I got to do the same. Eric Bischoff's had an ass whooping coming for a long time. You're running talent relations. This falls under your purview. These are talent. What do you remember of this?
Or you got to put the fire out.
Yeah.
If not, you may still smolder. It may never go away. I don't know how their relationship is today whatsoever. Don't know. You know better than I, because you work with Eric every week on his outstanding podcast. And, hey, by the way, you and Eric and I are going to be we're going to make an appearance together.
We are indeed. We're going to be hanging out with our friends in Maryland. Of course, our old pal Dan McDivitt's going to be putting us together. It's going to be a big time, man. Love Baltimore and think the world of Dan McDivitt and Maryland Championship Wrestling. It's going to be fun.
And Jimmy Seafood.
Come on now. We'll be there. We got standing reservations.
So we do. And I'm sure glad we do. Eric, well, I mean, look, they're both proud guys. They both have made major contributions to the business. They've both got a right to speak their mind. You try to let them get it all out. Don't hold anything back. Let's get everything out on the table so that we can attempt to not only identify this problem, which is easily done, but to solve this problem. You know, I remember Jimmy Johnson, the football coach, back in the day saying that if I can't solve your problem, the only option I have left is to eliminate it. And I tell those guys, so if Vince can't rely on you and you're going to have another dust up, there's going to be an issue. It's going to cause drama. Then somewhere along the way, he's going to say, screw this.
Right.
I'm not going to deal with it. And that, because we all know him very well. That's what he's going to do. Too much, too many roadblocks, too many hurdles, too many stories. Well, they got after it again or whatever. Those guys had to realize, and I'm sure that they did, that Vince is being pronoun boy, is only going to deal with this shit for so long. At that point, we're done.
Right.
And I am rendered helpless. I can't help you. And look, to have two talents, with the name identity and the skills and the ability to play a role in this fictional television show, why would I not want that?
Right.
They're just two more great players that you put in the game for your team. So that's kind of where I stood on that deal. You know, it was hard. It was hard to make some sense out of this damn thing. But I'm glad that we did. And but I remember that altercation. What I remember most vividly about it was Arn intervening. And speaking of Arn, of course, we know he lost his oldest son a few weeks ago. We're always thinking about him. He's such a great guy.
Yes.
Has contributed so much to our business. He was as valuable in the Four Horsemen configuration as anybody. He was the workhorse. Well, Arnold do it. Arnold would go the 30 minutes, or Arnold do this. So I love Martin Anderson, and I hope that he's healing from this horrible tragedy. And but I do remember Arn intervening and stopping what was a very ugly fight.